What if I told you that you could get married in less than 12 months? Yes, you. If you wholeheartedly follow these 5 steps I'm about to give you. No magic, no guessing. I'm gonna give you the 5 steps that I followed. And that's how I was able to attract my husband and marry him and create this loving, fulfilling marriage and family. And so as my 2 closest girlfriends. One got married in 11 months and the second one got married in 15 months. The only reason she got married in a year and a half because she refused to get married before her parents flew from Russia. If visas weren't involved, she would have been married even faster. So trust me, what I'm about to share works. If you're tired of men who want to just have fun, hookups, casual dating, let's see where this goes, or this economy is bad, I am not ready, and you're finally ready for a man who knows exactly what he wants, which is marriage, commitment, stability, and family, then stay exactly where you are. Because the next 15 minutes will change your entire dating destiny. If you're willing to do the steps, let's get started. First of all, you need to fix your intention. Let's be honest, you cannot attract a marriage-ready man if your energy behind is fear, loneliness, tiredness, pressure, desperation, frustration, or I deserve it already, or universe, give me a ring. Because intentions built on fear attract emotional unavailable men, or half-ready men, men who want comfort without responsibility, confused men, men who want the benefits of marriage without the commitment. Men feel your intention before they even get your phone number. So ask yourself the one question most women never ask. What can I give to a man in a marriage? Not a desperate pick-me way, in a feminine, grown woman way. Grab your journal and write what qualities you desire in a man. 5 to 10 qualities, lightly, not obsessively. Clarity, but no fantasy. Number 2, what you bring to a marriage. 5 to 10 qualities as well. Warmth, patience, femininity, emotional safety, loyalty, peace, stability. These steps matures your feminine energy, filters out the wrong man, aligns you with marriage-ready men, and removes girl energy and instead brings your wife energy, wife frequency. This is the foundation. So what do you do first thing in the morning? You get a coffee, you get dressed, and you run to work, stressed, overwhelmed, sitting in traffic and getting to work. And then afterwards, with this pressure and stress, you're going to dates. And men feel it. Even if you're not working right now, but because you feel the pressure to get married, to meet a guy, to be in a relationship, men feel it. We gotta get rid of this desperation, fear, loneliness, and cleanse this. You can start by just waking up 25 to 30 minutes earlier. And this 25 to 30 minutes in the morning will be to that routine. And that affirmation, that mantra that I will teach you right now, that will get you married in less than 1 year, if you're gonna do it. So you wake up, you brush your teeth, you brush your hair, you get your dress, you go to the bathroom. Ideally, you want to take a 2-minute at least shower because we don't want to be with Creator naked or dirty. This is the basics, what you do. So you create your little altar because this is where you're going to do your morning routine every day for the next 12 months or until you get married. When you sit down, you're going to sit in a Turkish position. Picture right here, this is how you're going to sit. If you're Christian, you can put your hands right here in front of your soul chakra, in front of your heart. Or there's 2 other positions that you see right now on the picture. You close your eyes. If you're Christian or you're Muslim, thank God. Say thank you, God. 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 You're repeating, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, for the next 10 minutes. Because when we're thanking Creator in your understanding, maybe you'll be saying, thank you, Allah. You are vibrating the energy, not just to your soul chakra, which is very powerful. That's where we're radiating love. And for those of you who don't know, love is a very powerful feeling that is driving us all. And without love, we cannot exist. Not just talking about living, even existing. It's so important. But when we're saying thank you, you are pushing the energy of being grateful all the way to your crown chakra. This is the highest energy frequency, even stronger than love. And when you're thanking at least for 10 minutes, you're putting that feeling of being grateful to the space, universe. And Creator has the power to multiply this feeling by 100. So can you imagine you are thanking Him, which is only 10%, and He gives you back 100 because He multiplies that. And so now you're walking around feeling grateful. That is a very powerful feeling. So you are momentarily shifting from the energy of a victim, that something is wrong with the world because everywhere we look, the oceans are full of plastic. There's a sex trafficking of women and kids. There's domestic violence. We feel suffering and pain on Instagram, on YouTube, on TV, in the drama, in the movies, 24/7. And then we make a decision that the world is a bad place. And in a world which is a bad place, there is no room for good men. But if you start to being grateful and thankful to God, all of a sudden you start to vibrate on a higher vibration. And on a higher vibration, there is no room for attracting abusers or narcissists or people who are going to take advantage of you, because when you are grateful, you're going to be attracting people who are grateful too. And grateful people are emotionally healthy. They're happy. And they are radiating love. But in order to really get there, it will take you probably between 6 months to a year. It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in days. In a month, you're going to start feeling the shift. In 2, a little bit more. In 3, a little bit more. But in 6 months, you're going to start feeling that, yes, you really feel that the world is good and there's good people out there. And that's what we're after. So you're just thanking God for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, you're going to repeat an advanced mantra. If it's too advanced, you can do this simple one, which is, I wish everyone happiness. Just wish everyone happiness. The more happiness you are wishing to people, the more happiness will come back to you. So for the next 10 minutes after you've been thanking God, thank you, God, thank you, God. You're just repeating out loud, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. You gonna start, which is step number 3, you're gonna start wishing everyone happiness. I wish everyone happiness. And you're repeating, I wish everyone happiness. And you keep repeating, I wish everyone happiness. And you're gonna do this for the next 10 minutes. 10 minutes of being grateful and 10 minutes wishing everyone happiness. If you've been on my channel for quite some time and you're comfortable doing mantra, and if you overcome the challenges in your life and you're fully ready to attract a man and to get married, you gotta choose from these 2 mantras. First mantra, if you choose this one, been used for thousands of years for women who are already happy, who already feel protected by their family members, meaning father and mother, who is now ready to get married, and they're repeating this mantra to attract emotionally happy and healthy men. And the mantra is Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. And you keep repeating Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. Now, if you feel that your heart is closed, that you need healing, that you need to vibrate and experience true happiness and joy, then you repeat the mantra instead of Sitaram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra will help you to overcome the pain and become a happy and vibrant woman that relies fully on Creator who will send her a man to get married. Again, very few of women right now in the space when they're 100% shooting for a man because they're really happy, emotionally healthy. You forgive your mom and dad. You're no longer angry with your exes or your ex-boyfriends. You're happy. Then you're doing Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. If you feel that you want to heal your heart and experience happiness and joy and attract your husband, then you do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you have two options right here. And so ladies, if you want to attract a good man who wants to get married, you gotta do the step number 4. This is where it gets more interesting, because step number 4 is you gotta do at least one good deed a day, not to your family members, but to strangers. Because Creator loves you no matter what, and He serves you and takes care of you without you even knowing every day. He loves us all and accepts us all with good, the bad, and the ugly. If we've been accumulating a lot of negative feelings and actions, that's why we suffer. And if we live in a world where we look at, again, at the lens that the world is an ugly place and there's only mean and ugly people out there and mean men, you won't be able to attract a good man. But how you view others, it's also how you view yourself. If you think that the men are bad out there, that means you're not just trusting that there's good men out there, you're also not trusting yourself. Because you are the reflection of what you're attracting. Because if you become this truly soft, loving, gentle, wise, soft, intuitive woman, I promise you, you will never attract again abuser, emotionally unavailable man, or a narcissist, or a man who's been lying to you or cheating. None of that. And so this step, if you're gonna go feed homeless, for example, and not feeding them by giving them money, because if you're giving them money and they're buying alcohol or drugs, you didn't help them. You made their life worse, and it's bad on you. So you gotta choose what your heart is calling. If you're gonna go, for example, to helping kids who suffer with cancer, but you're doing there because you have to put a check mark because Alisa told you to go do a good deed, but your heart is closed because you are desperate to get married, it's not gonna work. You gotta do it with an open heart, that you're really ready to serve. And so you're going to visit kids who suffer with cancer, or who are living in orphanages, or you volunteer in a shelter helping animals. You gotta put in work to start believing that at least if I'm doing something good for these animals or these children or environment, the world is actually not a bad place because I am in it. Without you realizing, I am making a difference with you right now. So because I'm making a difference with you, I do believe that there are people like me out there, and the place that we're living in is not bad. So the more you put in the work by doing selfless deeds, the more you're going to start transforming inside. And sooner or later, you're going to start meeting people like you, who are happy, who are light, who sees the world that is not a bad place, that there's millions of good people. And you'll be surprised that some of these millions of amazing people also have money, because some of you have a conversation that rich men are bad. Some are. but some are amazing. And thanks to them, world is changing every day. And I've met these men. They're incredible. They're very spiritual and they're also business owners. But in order to even attract them, you have to become this incredible, beautiful, loving, and soft woman, and you will be transforming if you're gonna put in some good deeds. Serve the communities. Be with people who are radiating love and happiness and light. Usually, these are spiritual communities. That's why I always volunteer and help my spiritual teachers. If you're drawn to me, maybe you can volunteer in a feminine circle, the group of women that I run monthly, and we get together and we meditate and we learn spiritual knowledge. There's endless possibilities. You gotta follow your heart, but you gotta do something good every day. Put in the work. If you don't have time and energy, then you can donate money. That's another possibility. If you're truly, really, really busy. But being a volunteer, it works much better. Usually men donate money, but for us women, being of service is really 100 times better. Because being of service right now starts for you in being of service to children or animals in shelter or maybe environment or spiritual communities, but later you become of service to your children, to your husband, to your loved ones. And everyone gonna see how incredible you are. And guess what? When you're being of service to your husband, you're teaching him to be of service to you. And that's how relationship transforms and becomes truly harmonious, beautiful, full of loyalty, love, and wisdom. Because otherwise, in the modern society, we're living very selfishly, demanding others to constantly serve us, and we want to take and take and take. And if you're demanding to take, the person next to you gonna reflect you back, and they would want to take something from you. And that's why two empty people demanding from each other what they can take never works. The next step, what I would like for you to start practicing, is getting rid of the feeling of jealousy and envy. For example, if you're jealous, hypothetically of me, that I have a loyal, loving, and amazing husband, and you want that because you're jealous and envy me, you will never get that. Or if you're jealous that your girlfriends have rich husbands or they have a good jobs and making high income, you will never get that either. Because when we are jealous of someone, we want to take something away from them. But in the reality, it sends the message to Creator very loud and clear that you're not ready for that. When a woman is ready for a loyal, loving marriage and family, instead of being jealous, she's actually serving those who has this already. I'm serving my spiritual teacher because he's very close to Creator. I want that. Therefore, I'm serving him in order to learn that mood that he's in and to taste the love that he has for Creator. If you're serving someone who has what you want, you're getting the taste of how it is to be in a loving, happy marriage, how to serve a husband, how to serve kids, how to serve loved ones. But if you're jealous, you are closing and blocking the possibility of having that. And so jealousy, think of it this way, where love and being of service comes from God and Creator, jealousy and envy is the energy of evil. And so then ask yourself, when you catch yourself that I don't believe that her marriage is working, this is jealousy. Or I don't think she's honest. I don't think this 5 steps will work. Without you trying, you will not know. And it's easy to say it's not gonna work, but try. And if you really, right now, opening your heart to what I'm sharing, you will experience that I am serving you right now. And being of service is the energy of love. And I'm not asking you anything in return. I mean, it will be great if you at least put a heart that you like it, or maybe a comment, so that my algorithm will grow. That will be a step away from jealousy and envy. That will be a little step in being at least a little bit grateful for the knowledge I'm sharing with you. So these are the 5 steps that you gotta practice on a daily basis. So let's review them again. Number 1, having intention. Why do you want to get married? Be honest and real with yourself. If you want to get married just for the sake of showing everyone that you finally got a ring, you're not gonna get married. Men gravitate towards light and happy women. If you're grouchy, negative, think the world is an ugly place, either you're gonna stay single or you're gonna attract a mirror of yourself. Someone who is also unhappy. Someone who is also doesn't believe that relationship and marriage can work. And so you're both going to be struggling with a similar fear, perfectionism, betrayal, loyalty problem, and etc. And there's no recipe then for you to create a happy and lasting relationship. Number 2, please remember being grateful and thanking Creator. The more you thank Him, the more He wants to serve you and give you more, because then you're really surrendering to Him that I am yours. Please send me the guy that I will stop searching and looking desperately. I am fully surrendering to you. And then you become not like a woman who is flying like a dragon and opens her mouth and only fire comes out of her. Negativity, pain, heartbreak, and mistrust. You are transforming into a beautiful swan. And swan flies in a clean lakes. And when swan flies, everybody is looking and mesmerized. And so these are the steps for you to become this butterfly or these bees that are flying from flower to flower, or beautiful swan. The choice is yours. This step number 3, repeating the mantra. You can choose Sitaram, Sitaram, or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Or because you're just starting the spiritual journey, you can just repeat, I wish everyone happiness. I wish everyone happiness. And because you're wishing everyone happiness, happiness comes back tenfold to you. Please know, 10 minutes equals 1 hour in Creator's world. If you do 1 hour, it comes back to you 10 hours back. And so you are multiplying this every day. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. After a year, it will be a couple of hundred of hours of good deeds. Being grateful and repeating this mantra, this is going to be the energy where a Creator would want to send you someone who you deserve, someone who is loyal, someone who is ready for relationship, for commitment, and create a family with you. And finally, doing a good deed. Because if you're not putting any good deeds in the background, you don't just believe that there's no good men out there. You deeply believe that you're not good either. You may be covering up with the makeup and beautiful hair and clothes and thinking, no, you are good. But deep down, we are also the mirror of men that we're attracting. If you think that men out there is bad, that means deep down, you also believe that you're bad. And finally, ladies, remember the step number 5. Let go of jealousy and envy so Creator can bless you with a man that you can get married to and have a family. Namaste, ladies. Please follow, subscribe, and join my feminine circle.